What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and we are ready for round 2 of our all 110 characters in Lego The Hobbit. And this is where we left off with Gollum and Bjorn. And we're going to go ahead and move on down to the next row. We've got these 3 rows, and then, of course, our last buddies down at the bottom. So, the Milkwood Elf Archer is next up on our list, and honestly, I actually used him a couple times just to do something different. Mostly because, he's kind of cool looking. He's got that Robin Hood hood going on. So, you're going to need archers and you're going to need elves. There's just no two ways around it. And I just felt like he was a pretty cool looking character. So, every once in a while when I wanted to do something different, I just busted him out and shot arrows with him. That's pretty much all there is to it. He has an elven bow. And, that's pretty much it. And Bjorn over here is, wow, going nuts. So, that is the Milkwood Elf Archer. So, next up we have the Mirkwood Elf. Why am I saying Milkwood? And he is a guard, and he's got this little dwarven sword thing. Elven greatsword. Why do I keep saying... I just am off to such a bad start. I'm early enough where I should probably just start over, but I won't, because I'm going to own my mistakes. That's what I do. So he's got his elven little sword thing here, and he's got the elven agility, which is kind of cool. You always need those. He's kind of a throwaway character, and I know you kind of need those in LEGO games. But, fair enough. Next up we have Bulg, and he can perform hammer smashes and crack LEGO plates. And he's a badass looking dude. He's got a pretty nasty looking mace thing. It is called Bulg's Bone Mace, ironically enough. And he has a great orc axe. So there it is. Definitely one of the cooler looking orcs in the crew. So if you feel like using an orc, he may in fact be one of the guys you want to go with. He cannot go mining for gold though. And but he can ruin this guy's day. Or not. So, whatever. So that's Bulg. Pretty nasty and gnarly looking. Next up, we have the Mirkwood Elf, the Chief Guard. So I don't really know why he's just in the middle of all this. Seems like it would have made more sense to just have him there, but whatever. This is, again, kind of a throwaway character in a way. I mean, it's just a different outfit, really, right? I mean, he's got the same elven greatsword. He does have an elven bow, so I mean, I guess that's makes him a little bit different. But at the end of the day, I mean, he's basically just a combination of these two characters right here. But I guess that's how you become a chief. So fair enough. Here is Elros. I do not know who Elros is, so you guys can fill me in. I would imagine he's one of Legolas's little buddies. He's got the elven agility, so he can wall bounce. And if you want to mine some emeralds, you can do that up there. So Elros, a unique elf, and maybe you guys like him. I don't know who he is, and I guess that's all there is to it. So, there we go, Elros. Next we have Thranduil. I don't know if I pronounced that right. So I think I made a mistake in the first video, which isn't uploaded yet. So if you've corrected me on it, you're right. I think this is probably the guy, not Elrond, who abandoned Thror. He's very dramatic. I don't know which one did which, and again, you guys can definitely correct me and let me know. That is what I rely on you for. And he's still dancing. He comes packing... that is not what I meant to do. He comes packing Thranduil's sword. And I might be pronouncing his name wrong, and for that I apologize. And he can... Yeah, he just has Elven agility. He looks like a bit of a prima donna to me. Like the way he just prances about. But he definitely looks like he has some skills with a sword. So that's pretty cool. Just hacking and slashing, hacking and slashing. So, that is Thranduil. Thranduil. I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Next up, we have Narzug. He can crack and smash Lego plates. Just another unique orc, if you will. So, he's got a great orc axe. And there he is. He's got some mean dreads going, it looks like. And, you know, I just can't place myself to get rid of Bjorn, even though I just axed him there. So, there he is. Narzug, another character. Next up, we have an elf sentry, and he kind of looks like, you know, Ninjago, if you will. He could be right in that Lego Ninjago. And, he's pretty cool looking. If he's white, I could say he was Lego, the Elfin Storm Shadow. From G.I. Joe. He fell over. I wish there was a Lego G.I. Joe. So, there he is. He looks pretty badass. He has the Elfin Greatsword. He also has the Elven Bow. Looks like he could be right out of Skyrim or something, too. Or the Elder Scrolls. So, that is our Elf Sentry. Next up, we have an elf worker, and he's got an axe, and he wants to grind it with Peter Griffin. And we're going to go over here, and he's going to ride the carousel like a good boy. I guess you can't get off until it tells you to. Yeah, there we go. So... there he is spinning with his axe. What does he come with? He comes with the wood axe and a ladle. So, the elf worker, he can crack Lego plates and he has elven agility. Next up, we have the Master of Lake Town. And what a fruity looking crown that is. Literally. So... he kind of strikes me as a jerk from when I played the game. Like he sold out all the elves, or not the elves, the dwarves. But I guess he has a city protect. He doesn't want Smaug assaulting his city, which it looks like he's about to do at the end of the Desolation of Smaug. Guess we'll have to wait until there and back again. Unless you read the book, which, who would do that? So, he has the Lake Town sword. And, yeah, the Master of Lake Town. Not cool enough for a name. So, this is Alfred. I'm pretty sure this dude is the one that was hanging out on the dock. I'm also pretty sure that the guy that plays this character favorited my video on Twitter showing him off. So, we have to give Alfred a little bit of attention here. All he comes with is a dagger, so that he can gut some fish. I believe you find him in the dock just outside of Lake Town. So, it makes sense that he would have a fishing knife, since he's on the fishing dock. So, Alfred. Not a very interesting or useful character, by the way, but, yeah, there he is. Next up, we have Braga, who I would imagine is probably, like the Lake Guard captain or something, or Lake Town. He's got himself a sword, which is not what I wanted to do there. he has himself the Lake Town sword. He also has a Lake Town bow. Alright, sorry about that. And, yeah, so Braga. I really don't know enough about him, so maybe you guys could tell me what's up. Lake Town Man Guard. And, yeah, he's got a staff. He can do dwarf stacks, which is very useful. And he has a Lake Town spear. So it'd be kind of cool if he could throw the spear, which he can't. But he also cannot do the whole swirl attack either. So, yeah, nothing too special there. There's also the Lake Town Man Archer, which is basically the exact same character with a bow and arrow. I see what they did there. But hey, I mean, they got 2 more characters out of it, so, you know, there's that. I feel like they kind of piled on with some of these characters. Like, it wasn't really necessary to have 5,000 different versions, but I guess in the story mode it makes sense. But, you know, it just in Lego Marvel Superheroes, they just, different costumes were, like, added on to the actual character and not, you know, an actual character spot on the list. So that's the part that's a little, I wouldn't say frustrating, but I don't know. I guess there just aren't as many characters to choose from. I don't know. They could have kept naming orcs, I guess. So anyway, next up we have Percy, who has a fishing rod, and he can catch himself some fish if he so desires. Which right now he just feels like jumping around. I don't know anything about Percy. I'd imagine he's buddies with Alfred because you can kind of find them both in that same area. As you can see, he's got his regular old fishing rod. So that is Percy. I don't think I used him once in the game until now. Next up we have Tilda, and guys, I'm lost. She does not have anything but an attitude and a chest bump, and you know, that's Tilda for you. You know, just typical Tilda. You know, hand on her hip, and she's all like, I'm waiting. So, yeah, Tilda. And did she just sneeze? Really? Yeah, that's gross, chick. Yeah, I'm done with Tilda. So next up we have Sigrid. And she has at least a ladle. She can beat people with ladles. What does Tilda have? Her hands? What's up with that? So, I don't know anything about these girls, but, you know, she's got the ladle and nothing else. And she doesn't really do anything special, so let's move on to Bane, who can buddy up and fit into small hatches. I feel like he's just a little boy. Obviously, he is not Darth Bane of Star Wars lore. Otherwise, he'd be one of the best Jedi ever, or Sith ever. And he is certainly not Bane from Batman. Otherwise, he would talk like this. That's all I got. So, this is Bane, and I guess because he's a young boy and nobody loves him, he doesn't get anything. So, next up we have Fimble, who is another awesome-looking orc that I didn't really use much at all, but he does look really cool as far as orcs go. There was a possibility like he would be on my top 10 list, just because of looks alone, and I just didn't put him anywhere, even as an honorable mention. But whoops, I guess he can't stand there to show off. But that is Fimble, and he looks pretty cool. He comes packing the Fimble spear, and he has a Great Orc axe. And the Great Orc axe allows him to crack Lego plates. Next up, we have one of my favorite characters in the game. It is the Witch King. He has a Morgul blade, which allows you to break the Morgul items, which there will be plenty in the game. So he's kind of clear looking. I don't really know a lot about the Witch King, obviously, but he's just really cool looking to me. Like the way that he kind of looks like he's clear, and just like a smoky essence. I really quite enjoy that. As you can see, he has the Morgul Blade Twilight. And I guess this is the part where we depart with Bjorn. So the Witch King is definitely really cool. I think you guys will enjoy him a great deal. I did not use Azog very much, which is kind of surprising, because he's a big ruffian, and he's got, like, a claw, it looks like. He's obviously the main bad guy in the game, for the most part, other than Smaug. He comes packing Azog's mace and a great orc axe, so that is very useful. And he can perform the hammer smash, and he can crack Lego plates. So, and he's got some cool motions when he gets bored and he's just kind of sitting there. So that's always worth something, right? All right, another swig of my drink. So that is Azog, and his hand is bouncing around and attacking him. Next up, we have possibly my second favorite character in the game, the Necromancer. Again, he's played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who I'm growing to quite enjoy since Star Trek. And, I really enjoy this character, the way he looks. I used him almost extensively and exclusively in my videos, simply because he's just a really cool character, cool looking character. He has the Morgul Blade, and it's called Morgul Blade Twilight again. And, he just has a really cool look to him. He has kind of that tealish face, which, by the way, I love the fact that I mentioned in a video about him that teal was the color of the year in 2013, and people picked up on it. That's a real thing. They have a color of the year, and not teal, mint. He has a mint face, and mint was the color of the year last year. That is the Necromancer. Benedict Cumberbatch, like I said, his portrayal of Khan. I'm not a huge Star Wars buff. I'm sorry, Star Trek buff. Definitely a Star Wars buff. So I don't know how people should feel about his portrayal of Khan, but the Khan that I saw was just a badass, and I thought that was pretty cool. So, as a non-Star Wars fan, I enjoyed his work in that movie. So enough with the Necromancer. Next up, we have just another one of my favorite characters in the movie or in the game, Sauron. Obviously, he looks like a big Human Torch ripoff, but maybe the Human Torch actually ripped him off. He's really just an awesome looking character. I love the transparency. I love the just the smoke coming out of his staff. Just the fact that he's on fire, like, almost completely. Just a really awesome looking character. He comes with Sauron's mace. Now, he can do the hammer smash. He can smash Morgul Lego objects, and he can light up dark areas. One of the points I had, especially after they have Smaug shoot fire, I kind of wish that he shot fire from his staff, like from his mace. I know that's really probably not something that he really does, but he does fall off mountains, though. So just keep that in mind. I just thought it would be something kind of cool, because it's just not many, other than Saruman, there aren't many characters that can, break the mortal stuff and the silver stuff, or the mithril stuff, or whatever it is. So it would have just been nice if he was one of those characters. It feels like a huge letdown to go from Sauron to a Dale soldier, but that's what we have to do. And they're very ugly and basic looking, just all brown and drab. But I understand why he's in here. He has a Dale sword and a bow, so keep that in mind. And he can shoot Lego targets when he has the bow. Next up, we have Elrond armored. So I'm not really sure, why we needed another version of Elrond, but he's got some armor on. He does all the things that the other Elronds do. So that includes having Hadfang. I don't know if the second HA is silent or not, but you guys can correct me. He looks pretty cool, I guess. So I'll give him a little bit of a pass. Next up, we have Galadriel. I want to say that's like love interest for someone. And she's got Elven agility, which is accentuated by jumping down a hill. Excuse me. Don't try this at home, folks. Jumping down a hill is bad for your health. So. She looks very, very princess-like. Very proper. Very prim. Very judgmental. So, there is Galadriel. I don't know if that was Nev's Taylor's character. Here's Rosie Cotton. She could buddy up and go into small Lego hatches. Do not know the slightest thing about Rosie Cotton, but I probably should. So, here she is with her frying pan. Probably to bust some dude's head open with it. And that's all she has is a frying pan. So, Rosie Cotton, she can do anything a guy can, apparently, and she can swing her frying pan. Next up, we have Feely in Lake Town armor. I don't know why he's all the way down here, but we saw Feely in the last video, so yeah, that's Feely again in Lake Town garb. This is Keely, also in Lake Town garb. Like I said, he's kind of got that sarcastic look on his face. A little bit of a smug attitude. So there he is in his Lake Town outfit. If you saw the first part of the video, then you know that I already covered him. Hey, look, it's Orion in an Oaktown or Lake Town uniform. So doesn't do anything any different. He's just the same dude wearing a Lake Town guard outfit. Oh, hey, we got Bofer. Doing the same thing. You might use him a little bit, though, just because he does do the mining. And, obviously, if you can do a little bit of mining, it's always a good thing. So, we're going to just take this boat over here. Find where we can dock. Oops. I feel like that could have been better positioned. Whatever, I'm just going to get out. So, this is Lake Town, and this is the location of the now infamous non-100% but 100% issue. And I feel like go this way. Yeah, they should have been right there, or they're not. So, screw them for playing hide and seek for real. So, next up we have Bree Peasant. Now, here's the cool thing about the Bree Peasant. This is actually Peter Jackson, the director of The Hobbit. So, he made himself at a younger age. And he's got an axe. I mean, he's not really a big character in the game. Just a character that you unlock. You unlock him pretty cheap, so it wasn't really that big of a deal to get him. I just kind of got him to get him out of the way. But yeah, man, Peter Jackson deserves a character. I think he's done a great job with the franchise, even though it's not necessarily my personal favorite. So yeah. This is Gimli the Blacksmith, and I'm pretty excited to have him. Just because I didn't think I could because of that quest that was glitched. The quest did definitely glitch. There's no two ways around it. But apparently it gave me credit for the mithril brick, and I just didn't realize it. So I stressed about it for nothing. I'm really glad that I got that all resolved. We're going to go ahead and fast travel real quick somewhere else. We'll go, I guess, over here to Bjorn's homestead. And, yeah, I mean, he's really nothing that different. And to to be honest with you, by the time you actually unlock them, you have the game at pretty much 100% anyway. So you may not really get that many opportunities to use him. But once you do, I can tell you that he does create the perfect forge every time. So that's going to be incredibly useful. Actually, I should have probably thought of that and just gone to Bree. Sorry for my cough. I can feel more coming on and doing my best to prevent them. Alright, so we're going to fast travel over to Bree and take advantage of his perfect strike every time. I wish these flight situations were a little bit faster. So, let's go to his little castle over here. So, because he can do the perfect forge, we want to start forging stuff. So before we actually do that, let's go ahead and take a look. We'll just pick one of these. As you can see, they kind of flash in black. And from what I was told by Minecrafter Man, they flash black because you haven't done the actual perfect forge yet. So let's go ahead and try the Mithril Pickaxe, since that's the first one and the easiest one to remember. I want to say it's right here. So,
careful with the furnace, eh? I'm not insured.
boom, perfect forge. So I need to do that for all of my items, apparently. Yeah, there we go. So I need to do the perfect forge for all the items to get an achievement. And as you can see, he just makes it that much easier. And I probably should have shown that off in the video about him. And I just, honestly, they do a bad job explaining forging in this game. I didn't realize you had to get in the middle like that, because I was always forging it way sooner. Boom. So I'll probably on my own time do that a bunch more times so that I can go ahead and get that achievement. And now I do at least have 2 perfectly crafted mithril items. So that is where he comes in handy. There is a axe that you can get of the mithril items that essentially allows you to do the same thing, so just keep that in mind. You don't necessarily have to wait for him. So what does it say he has? I don't know if I went here yet. Just a blacksmith hammer. Next up we have the Orc Berserker, which is one of my favorite characters in the game, just because he looks like a kind of a badass, you know? Just running around bruising things, but he can't fit indoors, which has always been a pain point for him, frustration. You know, he cries many nights about it. I don't know if that dude looks like he cries about anything, to be completely honest with you. Just a really cool looking character. Obviously, they can't use any of the treasure items, so what you see is what you get for a lot of these big characters that we're going to start seeing. And especially the trolls, they are all exactly the same, just with different, you know, outfits and whatnot. So. But that is the Orc Berserker, and he's ready to go berserk. Next up, we have the Great Goblin. He can smash large cracked Lego plates, and he has epic strength. So there he is. He has a mace, which is interesting because he can't switch to anything else. And yeah, he's just a huge oaf. They do go a little bit slower, some of these bigger characters, so I generally stayed away from them. But, you know, you may want to use them, so have at it. Next up we have the Goblin Brute, which was the first big character that I unlocked. Again, he's pretty much like all the other big characters. He just kind of swings his arms and has that be that. So there is the Goblin Brute. Kind of ugly looking guy. Next up on our list, we have Bert Troll. He is one of the 3 trolls over here in the forest that gets himself turned to stone by Gandalf for being a jerk and stealing their horses and all that good stuff. He does have a pot, it looks like, that he's assaulting people with. And, yeah, that is Bert Troll. Then we have his brother Tom Troll. And I guess since we're in this, we have his other cousin or brother, William Troll. So, he's the most least interesting of them all. Even though he has a knife, he has, like, nothing fancy going on with his outfit or anything like that. So, that's, I guess, cool in a way, but in other ways, maybe not. So, these guys are pretty generic, pretty basic. All of the big characters do the same thing. I really didn't use any big characters unless I absolutely had to, grab one of the orange handles. And, of course, I can't find any nearby where you can grab the orange handles and do something with your super strength. So he's got it. And, William and River. Actually, I don't think I got... Oh, never mind. It was William and Tom that we're looking at right now. Then, of course, there's Mrs. Troll. Now, I was going to make a video about this, and I'm going to do it at some point. I just don't remember which chapter you actually get what she tells you to look for. So you end up doing a quest over here for her pretty late in the game where she wants to, have you do different things about her sons. Obviously, she just wanted them to dress up, as you can see. They look all spizzle. But the one question I keep getting on YouTube and Twitter is where to get the apron she asked you to look for. She tells you it's in the mutton level, but it's actually not. I thought it was in the barrel level, but I'm starting to think it's actually the one before that now. Off the top of my head, I don't really know which map or which level you have to do it in. But what I can definitely tell you and definitively tell you, it is not the roast mutton level, which the sign says that it is. So just keep that in mind. Next up, we have the Troll Bouncer, who I actually like quite a bit, to be completely honest with you. Simply because, he just looks so classy. So obviously he can't carry anything else, but they compensate for that later on in the game. So this is the Troll Bouncer, looking all bouncerish, if you will. So we're moving right along though. These are all my custom characters nobody cares about, and this is the Snow Troll, who's got horns. Looks like the what are they called in Star Wars? The shoot, I can't think of what they're called, but basically one of them attacks Luke's speeder, and then takes him captive, and Han Solo ends up tracking him down. So whatever those things are called, that's what, I don't know. He reminds me. Shoot, I should know this. I really feel like dumb. Because it's Star Wars, but, honestly, it's late. My Bruins just lost their first playoff game, and I'm really tired. I just worked a pretty easy day, but it was all day. So, next up, we have my favorite character in the game, and really, it's very sad that he is not available for everybody to play with. This is baby Smaug, and he is just, not only is he a cool-looking character, but what he does is really cool. He breathes fire. I'm shooting fire at you guys right now. This fire is shooting at your face. There's my boy Madman. He's awesome. So, yeah, man, I'm just shooting fire at people's faces. And I'm sorry. No, I'm actually not sorry for that. Y'all deserve it. So as you can see, part of the DLC, the big little character pack, they added Smaug. And he can shoot fire. He can break the mithril bricks, mithril stuff. And he can set fires. So that's a pretty cool feature. Definitely wish that all of you guys could play as him too. It's really just unfortunate that you cannot. So, what can you do? This is Bandabras Took, the bull roarer. He can dig soil and grow plants. He can set fires, and he can buddy up and fit into small Lego hatches. Some of you guys told me a little story about him. He was like an ancestor of Bilbo, apparently. I might be wrong, but he was supposed to be like the world's tallest dwarf. I guess whatever the Hobbits are. So, I don't remember what the exact story was about this dude, but, he's part of the DLC, and, he's pretty cool. He does some cool stuff, and he would be very useful for you if you do have the DLC or you end up getting it. Next up, we have the Stone Dwarf, and he does not come with anything, which is kind of crazy. But he's a cool looking character. He looks like he would be right out of Skyrim, with the way he kind of looks. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, in any event, that is the Stone Dwarf. We are almost done. Next up, we have Gimli as a baby, and no beard on this dude. But he does have a pacifier hanging around his neck. I don't know if we can really give him credit for that, but he's going to go ahead and row his boat anyway, right to the other side. So we'll go ahead and jump out. And there is baby Gimli. He does have something, I think. No, actually he doesn't. So, no weapons or anything. I guess that's how baby Gimli rolls, but something tells me he doesn't. So he flexes and poses and acts like a child, as you would expect. I think a lot of you guys might like to play as him just because it is Gimli, but whatever. Next up, we have the River Troll. So I guess it's cool that we're in a van down by the river with the River Troll. I really don't know what that does for us, but at least we have her in her element. She's got that cool little bun hair, or he or she, whatever you want him to be. That bun hair, I don't know, it makes me think it's a girl, but of course there's also the beard, makes me think it's a dude, so at the end of the day, who really cares? But, yeah, there we go. So the River Troll. Last four characters we have a Dwarf Soldier, all decked out in his shield and armor. And I don't really, he's just kind of like a throwaway character. There's really not many reasons you'd have to use him. But, I mean, he's cool enough looking, and of course he's part of the DLC pack, so you'll probably see him a little bit from people that just want to see what he plays like. That is the Dwarf Soldier. Next up we have Sauron on his day off, and I'm a little disappointed. I expected, more spring break than I did Colonel Sanders. He just looks very prim and proper, comes with his walking cane, and I just felt like they could have done something cool, like giving him a Hawaiian shirt or something, insinuate that he's going to the beach on his day off. But in any event, it is Saruman. He just has a walking stick, so he's not even that useful. He's just basically an old dude with a stick. So, I mean, if you use this character, more power to you. I'm mildly upset that he doesn't have any special powers, you know what I mean? So, That is Saruman on his day off. Second to last, we have a lady dwarf, and she's got a beard, like a beard going, so might be a dude dwarf at some point very shortly. She's got a frying pan. She's not afraid to use it. And also, that's it. Frying pan. In case you get a little lippy. Boom. Destroy it. So, that is a lady dwarf. Not the most interesting character. I don't know why she's in DLC, but I guess somebody had to be. And that brings us to our last character, Girion, who I have been told is the bard of Lake Town. I've heard this is his father. So he obviously has the arrow shoot. And I don't know about agility, but he definitely has the arrow shoot, which is kind of cool. He has bard's bow, which probably tells me they are related. So there it is. And that is our last character to look at in Lego Marvel Lego The Hobbit. I got that wrong. So there's two more sort of characters I want to show you. We'll show them with him. They are unique mounts. So all your other mounts you pretty much have to pick. Except for these two. You've got an option of a spider. And the spider is in fact pretty awesome. So that's pretty cool. That if you really wanted to, you could traverse the lands in just a spider. That's pretty cool. And of course, I've got Smaug riding my spider, and the other unique mount that you can use is the elk. And there he is. He's did not want to go that way, but I did, so I'll own it. The elk is pretty cool. He's fast, and he doesn't really do anything, but I know a lot of people comment on the fact that actually I don't even know where I was going with that. To be completely honest with you guys, I am ready for this video to be done. I'm glad that we are finally through everything. I love it when I start talking at the end of a video and I'm so clearly tired and wiped out, and I just start mumbling and muttering complete and utter nonsense, which is what I feel like I was just doing. No, don't go, don't do it, no! Alright, whatever. Oh, that worked out, actually. So, Smaug's come a long way on his elk. So, there is always that. I don't know. I guess I just kind of wish that there was other unique mounts and not just DLC stuff. They can perform the epic strength stuff as well. So, where's my other character? There he is. So, that actually brings us to the end. The end of part 2 of this video. It is almost exactly as long as part 1, so I hope you guys watched both parts and were entertained. Enjoyed seeing every single character in the game. Got a brief overview of what they can do for you. I really think it's unfortunate that everybody does not have baby Smaug. I will say that until the cows come home. They come home quite often, so thank you guys for your support. I hope you guys enjoyed my Lego Lord of the Rings run. I might have another, couple of videos left in me. I'm not really sure what else to do at this point, but I can probably figure it out. So there we go. The Lego Lord of the Rings character video is complete, and I hope you guys enjoyed. We will catch y'all later. See ya.